everybody, welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, it looks like E3 is making its return, but maybe not better than ever. Honestly, I don't know what this thing is going to be. According to GamesIndustry.biz, PAX organizer ReedPop will not be working on future E3 events, the company and the ESA have announced. The ESA has also informed the Los Angeles Convention Center, which is the traditional home of E3, that it will not be putting a show on there in 2024. The ESA has not canceled plans for a 2024 event, but if one was to go ahead, it won't take place in that venue. Moreover, it sounds like the ESA is working on a complete reinvention of the E3 show for 2025. So will E3 happen next year? Yes. Will it happen at the LA Convention Center? No. What does that mean for it? Your guess is as good as mine. Are they going to try to do something smaller? And if that's the case, then it's more along the lines of what Keighley's doing, right? Because Keighley has this event. It's very small. It's intimate. It's fun. I actually love going to it. Is that what they're trying to do? It kind of already exists. Is the ESA going to throw their weight around and try to get the big dogs to come to that one and ignore Keighley? Are they going to work together? That would be insane, although they've done it in the past. The ESA president and CEO, Stanley Perry-Lewis, said, "While the reach of E3 remains unmatched in our industry, we are continuing to explore how we can evolve it to best serve the video game industry and are evaluating every aspect of the event, from format to location. We are committed to our role as the convener of the industry and look forward to sharing news about E3 in the coming months." So, I guess it's good the wheels are in motion for something, but like I said, Keighley has been moving into their spot, and now Summer Game Fest is a thing. It's a brand. He's not going to be like Summer Game Fest, E3, or like E3, the Summer Game. No. It's two separate brands now. And if E3 came in and worked with him, I guarantee they'd be like, call it E3. And as if knowing this would be a topic of conversation, especially on this show, this morning on Q, Jeff Keighley announced the return of Summer Game Fest for 2024. Next June, Summer Game Fest returns to Los Angeles for a spectacular celebration of what's next in gaming. Stay tuned for more details in the coming months. Now, to clarify, when I'm talking about Summer Game Fest, what I'm talking about is the play days portion, which is the bit where like myself and various other industry pros, go downtown and we get to check out the games, and it's a really like light atmosphere, and there's maybe like 250 people there total, and it's a blast. It is actually, you get stuff done, you can work. It's a good like job day. You know what I mean? We're doing stuff. We're learning about new games that are coming up. It's good. The actual Summer Game Fest portion, I think Keighley needs to do some work on. The big event where he shows off the games and the big live show. That man is constantly having his stage rushed by randoms trying to like get their 5 minutes of fame. Maybe security, dude. But Keighley's show continues to grow. And now Xbox and Nintendo and PlayStation, everyone kind of has their own show. So E3 is getting pushed out more and more and more. So whatever they're going to do to rework the magic of E3, they need to do it soon, and they need to do it in a big way, because I think, as we've seen from the past few years, we don't really need it. And so I guess the ESA has to prove to everyone why we do. Next in the news, if you're a big Zelda Tears of the Kingdom fan, I got bad news for you. There will be no additional DLC for the game. At this time, we're not planning to release additional content. Eiji Aonuma said, translated by VGC contributor Robert Cephazon, "We feel like we have already fully explored and exhausted the gameplay possibilities in the world. If in the future we find a compelling reason, we may revisit that world once again. Whether it's another sequel or an entirely new title, I believe the next game will offer a completely new experience. I hope you look forward to it." And this is something that people were wondering about for a while, because Breath of the Wild had the Champions DLC and the Ballad DLC, and unfortunately, it looks like Tears of the Kingdom, no DLC. And I guess in a way, it kind of makes sense. It's a letdown, of course, but it kind of makes sense since Tears of the Kingdom was originally this proposed DLC for Breath of the Wild, and then it kind of blew up into something bigger. I don't know, I guess the question now, of course, is where does Zelda go? Where do we take the franchise now that we've been here? Do we go back to roots? Do we go in another crazy direction? What do you think? What are your Zelda dreams and wishes? What would you love from this franchise? Would you want something similar to the last two games? Or like they've done in the past, just try something off the wall wacky? I'm here for it. I'd love to read what you think. Anyway, that is it for me. Thanks so much. As always, this entire show is brought to you by the amazing folks over on patreon.com/Jesse Cox. Thanks to them, we don't have to worry about a time limit on this video and stretching it out to get maximum ad dollars and whatever. This is really the show it is because of everyone over on Patreon. So thank you so much, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.